shot line.
Marching band is being a part of a bigger thing than just playing one instrument.
I wouldn't consider it a sport, but that doesn't mean it's not hard. We work really hard.
Marching band to me is more of like communicating with more people than you're probably used to, and going around on the field doing multiple things at once.
Taking music beyond music. It's taking it to the field, to your feet, and adding different elements.
You'll have a rehearsal, and then you'll go home, and then for like the next hour while you're like winding down, it's just all you're thinking about, like, oh, today was awesome or today sucked.
It's hard, it's hot most of the time. Yeah, it's a challenge. It's difficult and it's new and different.
6 years ago, I was definitely someone who didn't know what they were doing. I was ready to take on the world and I was excited, and then I wasn't anymore. Now I'm a person who likes things done a specific way. I think of myself as someone who strives for the greatest.
I probably didn't have very many friends, and I wasn't as confident or anything. I just kind of did my own thing and chilled out. I didn't do any sports, I didn't do any after-school stuff. Just kind of did my own thing. From 2 years ago to now, I've made like tons of really like good core friends, especially in band, because I'm here all the time. They just lift me up, and like I get hyped up, and it makes me want to have fun and go do fun stuff.
I didn't talk to anybody when I was in middle school. I didn't really have friends. I know that sounds weird, but the second I walked into the line for band camp, I met someone new, and it was the weirdest experience for me in the world. That was the person that I spent like 2 years as my best friend with. I talk more. I definitely talk more. I think I'm more outgoing. I think I'm a lot more confident in myself. I can actually say I have friends now.
Tell me why you started playing music?
Honestly, my parents made me. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm not voluntarily doing this at all, then that's great. But that's the best way that things happen sometimes. You know, your mom or dad forces you to get piano lessons when you're 5 and you become Freddie Mercury, or you're forced to get up on stage when you're 3 and you become Michael Jackson. I don't regret joining band at all, because that's how good things happen. But at first it was not voluntary, no.
Part of the reason I joined band, like in the first place, was because like my sister did it, and I figured, oh, well, Grace did it, it must be an easy A. She goes, whew. Then I got to high school, and like the program totally changed. It was like, you have to know this, you have to know that. But once I started putting effort in and just doing what I was asked, I started really enjoying it. When you know what to do and you do it, and you do everything 100%, it's so much more like satisfying to just see it all come together and be like, yeah, I did that. I helped every part of that.
I guess I just wanted to try something different. I mean, like, I had already started playing my instrument, and it's like, I know how to play with other people, but I wonder what it's like to play with a big group of people. That idea to me was like, that's weird.
It's really difficult to care about people when you're just not around people. Being part of this community and being part of a group like this, you really get an understanding of people and where people come from. And you learn to realize that there's different kinds of people all over the world.
It's definitely given me a few extra connections. You know, I know people in certain classes. Just being around people all the time gives you the confidence. So like if you have to do a group presentation or just work in a group in general, it's not a shocker anymore, because it's like, I do this all the time. I'm always performing, I'm always working with people. And if you disagree with someone, you know, change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it.
I guess just more experiences with people, and like I've experienced like so many scenarios that like apply to like real life that I've just like, I couldn't have experienced this anywhere else. I mean, like I went to Hawaii my sophomore year, like, and I went down this ginormous parade with like hundreds of people on the sides, and it was like, oh, this is cool, but crazy at the same time.
You know, I've known a specific person in my section since 6th grade, I think, which, you know, I'm a senior this year, so that's 6 years that I've known this person, which is a long time. And band and marching band have definitely been a big part of that, for sure.
The band itself has just turned into like a big friend group for me. I mean, there's some rocky roads here and there with some people, but overall, it's just like the best thing ever.
I've grown to love the people around me and become family members with these people, and it just really helps. High school's rough.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Hot water's my life.
You feel me? That's what we're doing.